everybody, Mark, aka the Nerdy Punk, back again today for a new video. Today I'm out doing a little bit of Memorial Day shopping. I hope everyone has had a really good long weekend. Today is going to be an A24 horror day for me. Last week was a pretty big release for 4K and Blu-ray. We had the Batman, which I went ahead and pre-ordered the Steelbook for. I've done an unboxing for that and all that stuff. So today, not going to be about the Batman, but today, there's a title called X, which is an A24 horror movie. I watched that one in the theaters. I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite movies of the year. And I've been trying to pick this up today, but I went to Best Buy. They're out of it at Best Buy. So we are at Walmart right now trying to see if we can find a title or a copy of this title. So if I'm able to find that, I'll do a quick unboxing for you guys here on the channel. And then towards the end of this video, after the unboxing, I'm going to go to the movie theater. I'm going to see the new A24 horror film called Men, which is written and directed by Alex Garland. And it looks absolutely insane. And I'm super excited for that. I've been wanting to see that for a while. It came out like last week, I think. But last week I had so much going on, I couldn't make my way out to the theater to see it. So we're going to see it today. So I'll go ahead and give you guys my thoughts on that movie as well at the end of this video. So without further ado, let's head into Walmart, see if we can find a copy of X. Alright, we have success, ladies and gentlemen. Finally was able to track down a copy of this. I've been like into 3 or 4 different stores over the past week trying to find this, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. So I finally got a copy. First of all, though, I picked up another title. I picked up The Protege on Blu-ray. I saw this movie when it came out in theaters, and I enjoyed it. You know, it's a decent action flick with, what's her name? Maggie Q and Michael Keaton and Samuel L. Jackson. It wasn't anything special, but it was only $7.50 on Blu-ray, so I went ahead and picked it up with a pretty cool shiny slipcover. And then, of course, the coming attraction here, the main feature, is X on Blu-ray. They only had 3 copies in there, and I'm not 100,000% thrilled with this particular copy, because there is, I don't know if you can see it on camera, there's a slight bit of scratching on the top of that slipcover, but every slipcover they had a little bit of damage on it, so I went with the best of the worst, so to speak. But it's not bad at all. It's going to look fine on the shelf. I love this cover so much. You have Mia Goth there on the cover with this really cool wood with the shape of the letter X, of course, and it's a shiny embossed wood there on the slip, so that's pretty cool. I loved this movie when I saw it in theaters. It's a contender for my favorite of the year so far. It's a movie that it doesn't feel like is made often anymore. This feels like a throwback to the 70s and movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and everything from the way it looks, the soundtrack, the setting, the good slasher goodness that's happening in this movie. It's all really well done, in my opinion. Really enjoyed the performances, and of course, lots of attractive women making a porn film. What's not to like? So here's the spine to this, and then the back. A24 slipcovers are always awesome. The inside is a little bit disappointing usually because it's always like an eco case and it's always plain artwork on the discs, but let's go ahead and open it up nonetheless. Same cover there. Let's go ahead and take off the shrink wrap. That shrink wrap's a little tough today. Didn't want to be opened. Go ahead and let me know in the comments below your thoughts on both of these movies that I'm talking about today, X and Men, if you've had a chance to see that one yet in the theaters. So there we go. That shot, I think, of Jenna Ortega is going to become kind of iconic in the horror world. And then Lionsgate digital codes do not work with Movies Anywhere, which is the only service that I use digitally. So I'm going to go ahead and give away this digital copy code. If you would like a copy of this film digitally, there you go. First come, first serve, of course. And then we have the 2 discs, DVD and Blu-ray. Again, plain, but nonetheless, a cool release. A24 releases are my favorite to collect for out of kind of like the major studio releases. So again, that beautiful slipcover, I just can't stop loving this slipcover. And then of course that shot of Jenna Ortega's on the spine, which is awesome as well. Okay, so that is X. Again, one of my favorites of the year. Super happy to have a physical copy of it now. There was one more release that I would love to pick up, but they only had a DVD copy in there, and that is Licorice Pizza, one of my favorites from last year. But again, just a DVD copy. I'm not going to buy the DVD. Neither one of these movies got a 4K release yet, although I've heard rumblings that X may be getting a special edition 4K, potentially from the A24 website, which if that happens, I will be thrilled with, and I will absolutely double dip for that movie. All right, let's head to the theater, and I will see you guys in a couple hours. In just a few seconds for you guys, I will give you my thoughts on the new A24 horror film called Men. All right, guys, so I just left the theater from seeing Men, and my gosh, that was a really weird movie. Even for my standards, it was very, very strange, and absolutely the strangest of Alex Garland's filmography so far. I'm not quite so sure how I feel about it. Like, I think my review in terms of my score is going to be kind of middle of the road, because I really don't know how to interpret this thing. It's chock full of symbolism that I'm sure when you go back and rewatch and, you know, watch YouTube videos about this movie that you will, you know, pick up on some more details that you missed the first time, definitely. I felt like it had a lot to say about grief and the healing process, feminism, how men treat women. I feel like there was a lot of social commentary mixed in here, but it's done in a very strange package that I think is going to turn a lot of people off. And I've seen, you know, the reviews for this movie, and the critics seem to enjoy it, at least. Maybe not like super high level, but they seem to enjoy it, and general audiences are incredibly polarized. Like, I think the ratio on Google of people who say that like this movie is around 50%, and I can tell why. There was a couple of people in the theater with me, and two of them left during the movie, actually before it got crazy. I think it had a very slow start, and I can see that turning a lot of people off. I think a lot of people could be bored by the first 30 minutes or so of this movie, and then a lot of people are going to be creeped out and weirded out by the second half of this movie. You know, this movie reminds me a lot of Darren Aronofsky's Mother, which came out in 2017. And I was getting vibes like that ever since the very first trailers were dropped from this movie. It feels so similar in, you know, that movie has tons and tons of symbolism. Although I think that movie is a bit more direct with it. Like, it's saying, like, this is what we're trying to say. This is exactly what we're trying to say. It's like hitting you on the nose with the symbolism. This one's a little bit more subtle, I think, although very, very unusual. There's lots of gore in this movie. It's very violent, but also quite ambiguous. There's a lot of, I think, references that I didn't quite pick up in terms of, like, I think Shakespeare was referenced a couple times in this, and I'm not the biggest, like, Shakespeare person, so I didn't pick up on all those. Some kind of classic literature, I think, was referenced quite a bit. And then, of course, there's some religious themes referenced in here as well. So you're getting kind of like that biblical almost story. Like, this is not like a Christian movie or anything. Don't take that. But it's absolutely not. But I think there was some stuff referenced there as well. So like I said, this one's going to have to sit with me for a while, and I'm going to have to digest it and look more into it. I think my score for Men is 3.5 out of 5. That's where I'm putting it right now. It could go up, it could go down, depending on how I see this one as I watch it more and learn more about it. It is absolutely the strangest movie I've seen this year, and honestly, I like strange. I like weird. I would be much happier if there were more movies like this and less, you know, very predictable movies that Hollywood seems to like shit out at us every single week. So even if I didn't quite grasp it at first, I like me some weird shit. So go ahead and leave me your thoughts down below. If you've seen this movie, what you thought about it, and I hope you all have an amazing day, whatever's left of your weekend when I upload this, and I will see you guys later.